out to episode 4 of Reach Out to the Podcast with your hosts, Ian and KM. Today, we're going to talk about stuff. KM, how you been?
I've been fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. It's been a month since we last talked, because we're really good with these podcast kind of dates. Oh,
Mm.
we're going to do it bi-weekly. You bet. Oh, we're going to do it tri-weekly. You bet. We're going to do it every 4 weeks. So I'm certain by the 5-year anniversary we'll release episode 5 of Reach Out to the Podcast.
We'll just take like what 4 months, 4 years, 9 months break.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, considering how fast 2016 is going, I'm sure it'll be here before you know it.
It's already April.
It's already April. It feels like it shouldn't be, but it's already April.
What the fuck? We're still
Is
like
this what
3 months
happens
ago.
when you grow up?
I don't like growing up. This is scary.
I don't want to grow up, mommy. But no, like,
Oh,
what have you been up to? Like, talk. Let me hear what events have occurred in the Netherlands.
well, I got a temporary weekend job helping out with like a store that's closing down. They're having like a clearance sale, and the people who were losing their jobs anyway were like, "Fuck, we're not going to be part of this." So they just hired a bunch of other people, and I was included.
Oh, okay. That's pretty sweet, actually. I myself have been on like a job hunt as of late, but I've been very unsuccessful, sadly.
Oh man, don't get me started. A job hunt when you're like a college student is fucking impossible. I swear to God.
God forbid you can't drive.
Yeah, yeah, no, completely.
It's one thing I have been doing myself actually is the fact that I've been taking a driver's course. I recently completed the classroom portion, which is just learning all the basic stuff. It's very simple. And then now I'm going to be handling the simulators, and then I have to drive on my own for a bit, and then I can drive with an instructor and get my license.
Oh, that's cool.
So I get to drive on the road, which will be fun, said no one.
Yeah, that along with the fact that driving lessons are not cheap.
Well, for
uh,
me, like, my lesson, since it's part of the school program, it's free.
oh, fucking nice. I wish I had that. Christ.
Yeah, it is nice. The only problem is that, like, if you don't come, then, like, obviously they're gonna make you pay. So be sure to show up.
Yeah, but like for me, I don't have a program like that, so I'd have to pay for driving lessons, and driving lessons are not cheap.
Yeah,
Actually, they're pretty expensive.
really expensive.
And then you have to like buy a car, take care of that, buy fucking gas. God.
Yeah, when you buy a car, you're basically committed to paying for everything on that. You gotta pay for the gas, gotta pay for the oil changes, gotta pay for damages.
It, yeah. So, haven't exactly taken that plunge quite yet.
Now, you have, like, a bus around your area that you can ride, at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because with
It
me, I don't have that. I don't have a bus, so I have to drive.
it sucks. My bus basically goes all around town, so like I can go I can usually get anywhere I want with that bus.
Now, if I lived like downtown in my area, then yeah, sure, I could ride the bus, but that's just simply not the case. And considering all the college options I have are probably way far away from like my current home, then yeah. But hey, it's going well though, so I'll have that down in a jiffy.
Nice.
But what else have you been up to? Anything besides like doing your job?
Well, job, college stuff. I haven't actually. Well, I mean, I finished a game, but I'm not gonna talk about it because we're gonna have a special episode with a guest about that. It's gonna be
Oh,
fun
okay. I
stuff.
know exactly what game you were talking about, and I was like, wait a minute, you finished the game? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, he did.
So that's good. That's gonna be some fun stuff coming up soon, hopefully.
It's gonna be killer.
Uh,
That's a hint for all of you who don't know. And if you're listening right now, Jeff, I'm sorry.
you just fucking gave it
Name
up.
drop! Get excited!
Oh my god. I was trying to be like kind of mysterious and like, ooh, feel some excitement. And
We're
then
not
you,
mysterious here and reach out to the podcast, sorry.
well, thanks for showing me that I never need to try ever again.
Which I mean is funny considering our name is from a story about mystery, so.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of
anyways.
stories about mystery, I've recently finished the the last season's anime Erased, which I talked about on the first episode, I want to say.
Yeah, you did. You did mention that. I did hear that finished. What did you think of it?
I thought it was really good. Kind, not so much as a mystery though, because um,
I heard it was predictable.
it was pretty predictable. The guy imagine the most fucking obviously evil guy, like literally walks out from the shadows every fucking shot.
Does he have just this evil aura around him wherever he walks?
No, kind of, yeah.
Not
Cause
even gonna
like,
bullshit me, just kinda, yeah.
cause like, the protagonist it reverts back to a kid, and every time like he looks up to said guy, man, he could not look any more ominous. I'll tell you that.
Oh dear. Well, like, what would you say is the highlight of a race then, if it's not the mystery?
It's more the thriller aspect to it. Like, it's really a show where you want to know what happens next.
Okay.
It really does make you curious, and there are some like character bits in there that are really nice. There are like a couple of characters I ended up liking. So Erased overall wasn't a perfect show by any means, but I didn't mind. I liked my time watching it. I'm glad I watched it,
So
and I
generally,
would
like, you
recommend it.
understood where it was gonna go, but you weren't exactly sure how they were gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. And hey, if it's only 12 episodes, so it won't take too much time to watch.
No.
In case you're interested in this so-called erased.
Not everyone seems to be a fan, but like there are enough people who did like it, including me, to the point where I can say that I can recommend you giving it a shot.
I only know one friend who was like, "Eh, it was okay." From the rest, I hear nothing but non-stop positives.
Yeah, it was mostly like after the reveal where people were kind of like getting like losing it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I getcha. I think that maybe like I don't know who this character is, but if they were kind of hinting at him, but then they were did like a reversal kind of deal,
I
and
think
it's
that
like,
would have
oh
been all.
no, it's actually not him, it's him, and it's like, oh wait, what? They fooled me.
Yeah, but no, it's the most obvious guy. Yeah, like if you've watched the show up to like episode 9 and you think you can make a guess, chances are you're correct.
Okay, well, fair enough. So if you're interested, go watch it. It's available probably on like all streaming services.
Yeah, no, it's available fucking everywhere. If you're into both legal and illegal streaming. I'm not condoning said sites. I'm not gonna link them, but what you where you watch it is up to your own discretion.
I'll be sure to put the link to Kiss Anime in the description below.
Let's just the fucking name drop them.
Oh my god. But in terms of stuff I've watched, I also recently finished an anime myself. I finished both seasons of Space Dandy.
Oh, what'd you think of that?
Space Dandy is super fun. It's one of those shows that I wouldn't say you watch it for the plot, because it's like, what plot? In fact, I think the show, in the very first episode, makes fun of the plot like there's a great war going on between the two empires. Now, if we move over here to Dandy,
No, there's no plot. There's not even a continuity. Spoilers: Danny dies in episode 1. Vengeance returns in episode 2 like nothing fucking happened.
I'll say this right now, that's actually a major plot point.
Wait, Siri.
Yes, I will say that right now. The way they do it is amazing.
Oh my
The fact that
god.
they actually fucking like note the fact that Dandy just dies. Well, I'm not gonna say how they like handle it. You need to watch it yourselves because Space Dandy is a show you should watch. Uh, the humor for the most part is pretty hit. I like all the jokes they tell. Not every episode is a hit, I can say, because a lot of the ones like the thing with Space Dandy is the fact that every episode is handled by like a different director,
Different director,
and it
different
definitely shows
animators.
with some of the episodes because some of them are very artsy, I'd say.
Yeah, no, it's very much like because the guy who like originally made it, Shinichiro Watanabe, is like, hey, he did Cowboy Bebop, but he
Yes.
basically just, I guess you could say he made like a canvas for other people to like make their own things with.
Yeah, basically. I appreciate that because Watanabe, you are a brilliant man.
And it also meant that he could have Space Dandy season 2 air at the same season as Sangyo no Terror. So
Oh, yes. Both are very good. You should watch both. And Cowboy Bebop. You should watch a majority of Watanabe's works, in fact.
I can't think of a single one I really disliked.
Out of the ones I've watched so far, yeah. Uh,
Y-
but yeah, like in terms of the artsy episodes, those are usually the weakest ones. There is one in particular in season two I actually quite liked, but I can't exactly say it. Though season two also had probably the worst fucking episode I've watched in a very long time of anything.
Which is very weird because from like I looked up the episode like the episode you said it was, and the guy working on it is actually pretty acclaimed in terms of this kind of thing. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
which
weird
is
that he made.
strange. And it turned out that he worked on like a majority of the stuff in there, and it definitely shows because holy shit, the animation makes like episode four of Gurren Lagann look like a masterpiece.
He's stylistic. I'll give him that.
Yeah, stylistic is a word you can use if you don't want to call it shit. Oh, it's so bad. We were all just like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are we watching? I understand this is Space Dandy and we constantly say this, but in actuality, what are we watching? But it got better afterwards, like literally right afterwards, with one of the best episodes
Oh, nice, nice.
relating to the high school.
I've only watched season one of Space Dandy, and that was about 2 years ago when it aired. And then I was like, I'll get to season two. 2 years later, I still need to get to season two.
You should watch season two. I think it's a bit above the quality of season one. Not to say season one was bad because it wasn't. It's actually great as well. I'm just saying with some of the episodes in season two, it definitely makes it.
I really liked season one. Maybe I'd say it was a bit more hit and miss than you might. Because there were like definitely a couple episodes that didn't exactly grab me.
Yeah,
Not even
I could
like
see
make
that
sense. But as an overall show, I think mostly I appreciate it for being experimental.
very much so. It's one
And
of those shows that's going to be very hard to forget.
considering like I don't want to be some guy who's like, well, back in the day anime was actually good, but like considering how a lot of anime nowadays is either adaptations or the same recycled garbage, there are some standout shows. Space Dandy is definitely one of them, and I appreciate such shows in
Ver-
what's becoming kind of a stagnant landscape nowadays.
This is it Macross.
Why Macro?
I don't know. A lot of people like Macross.
That was just the first one that came to mind, huh?
Immediately, just Macross.
Cool.
But yeah, Space Dandy's very fun. If you have time for like a 26 episode show, I would highly recommend it.
Yeah,
It's
I,
available
I,
also on a bunch of streaming sites.
yeah, no, it also got streamed everywhere. And it's one of the few good anime dubs that come out nowadays. So
Oh, the
hey,
dub's fantastic.
considering
You have to watch it dubbed, and it's so good to the point where like it aired in America first before Japan.
yeah, it was like a Toonami thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's actually a good dub, unlike most of Funimation's recent track record, which hasn't been great.
I haven't even been keeping up with their stuff.
All you need to know about is the Gamergate joke in prison school, and then
I do know about that, sadly.
so
Didn't
that's
Funimation do like the Fate Stay Night one?
no, that was
That
Aniplex.
was Aniplex. You're right. Okay, because that's the only one I could really think of as of late that I was just disgusted by.
Bryce Papenbrook is the best voice actor in the industry.
Oh yeah, Bryce Papenbrook is in Space Dandy, and he's part of one of the worst episodes. Heads up.
Oh, what a fucking shocker.
Anything he touches. The only part of Bryce Papenbrook that really didn't mind me was his stuff in like PQ or his Theodore, because he's fine there. But everywhere else, it's just like, ugh.
Not
He
a
even
fan.
voiced Zidane. Like, come on.
Not a fan.
I,
Anything else you watched? Because I watched another show, but it was just another Common Rider show. Although,
oh
al-
God, Common Writer.
although that one was actually written by someone you know, Gen Urobuchi.
Oh, I do know him at least.
Yeah.
So like,
Uh,
how long until all the philosophical bullshit starts popping up?
oh no, it starts pretty soon actually.
Oh, goody.
There's a lot of things about being strong and using power and stuff. And I'm not
Okay.
gonna get any further into that because holy fuck.
Fair enough. No, I haven't really watched any other show as of late. I've been interested in watching a lot more shows recently, but I haven't really started any of them, I could say. Although I will admit, I have been watching with a friend. You know, Ghost Stories, right?
Are you watching the Ghost Stories
I
dub?
am watching the Ghost Stories dub, yes. Which
Yes.
is like, holy shit! The fact that they got away with that, it's it's literally just abridged. If it was a dub,
Well, the thing with that is the original Ghost Stories was it was a vanilla show.
very meh.
It was plain beans on toast. Not and no one who dubbed it cared.
Yeah, you can do
They're
whatever you
like
want. And holy shit, the amount of like jokes they tell.
the
Some of
kind of
which like, think of a big black man chasing you, caught me off guard.
and then they made one of the characters a super like insane devout Christian,
Every time she talks about Jesus.
and then they made like the little kid character. They just made him they literally made him a retard. I'm not being like, no, he's so stupid, he's a retard. No, I mean literally mentally deficient.
Yeah, no, he's retarded. Everyone points out how retarded he is. Then there's the one
It's
crazy girl with her rabbit, and she's like, I can't fall in love with you, not because you're a rabbit, but it's because you're black. It's ridiculous. I only watch it because like how far can these guys go?
it is proof that voice acting can indeed be art.
For God's sake, they make fun of like the dubbing itself because they try to talk super fast to match up with the lip syncing.
What the fizzity yuck was that?
And it's weird hearing like the main character of Rosafon talk in like such an awful way.
Oh yeah, he fucking voiced like the main character. Oh, God.
So yeah, that's been an experience.
Yeah. Other than that, well, I mean, JoJo's there, but that's only one episode. Can't talk much about that. So
Yeah, we did watch the one episode today, right before we recorded, and that was good fun. I don't know anything about part 4. I only read up to finishing part 3, so
this is all my territory. This is my favorite part. So
yeah, you did mention constantly it's your favorite part, and so far it's looking to be more good JoJo.
yeah, and I'm always up for more good JoJo.
We
Art
only
still
got
kind of
38 episodes left.
art still kind of sucks though. I'm gonna be honest.
Ah, I honestly didn't look as bad as like it was initially showed, but I can
Okay,
see that definitely.
yeah, okay. I will say the promo art looks worse than the actual show, but
The promo art looks fucking terrible.
it just kind of feels like a downgrade from the art styles of the previous the previous seasons. And I get why the art style shifted, but I don't think they made a good compromise. Like when you really look at it.
It's really weird to see Jotaro go from swole to skinny.
Yeah, Jotaro got hit pretty hard with it.
Though hey, his hair is actually fused with the hat at this point.
No, it's legitimately fused with the hat at this point. You can see
Oh.
that now that they're different colors. They're still just fused.
There's like the obvious lining there that differentiates the hat with the hair.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Josuke's adventures. He already seems like a fun character.
I'd say I've only read up to part 4 and then a bit of part 6 before I got bored. So
I was surprised at how much of a nice guy he seemed.
yeah, just don't talk shit about his hair.
Don't talk shit about his hair, whatever you do. Then you're gonna
Yeah,
get the
that's all.
SmackDown.
That's all the stuff. Have you played anything or?
Oh yeah, I have. I mentioned before, I think it was last podcast, that I was playing Super Mystery Dungeon, and I finished that.
What'd you think of that?
Oh my god, it's great. You should totally pick it up. If you haven't played Mystery Dungeon yet, I wouldn't recommend that as a starting game. I'd say go with Explorers of Time, Darkness, or Sky, specifically Sky because that's like the updated one. If you can find
Or
it, anyways.
or even just even Blue Rescue Team would work fine. I'd argue.
Yeah, that too. I'm just saying if you want to start off with the best.
Yeah, but then there's no way up. Just downhill from there.
Though I will argue that Super Mystery Dungeon, if Explorers of Sky just didn't exist, Super would easily be the best. And the only reason Super is not the best is because the beginning's pacing is a bit off. I will say it takes a bit for things to get going, but once they get going, I think the finale is even better than Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky.
Jesus.
It's super good. The stuff they do with it, I wasn't expecting them to like pull the kind of villain they did uh at the end, because that I've just never seen in a Pokemon game. I mean, I never played Gates to Infinity, so I don't know how they handle it there, but not many people really liked that one anyways.
So you can reasonably assume not great.
Yeah, I hear it's alright. And I might try it out at some point, but honestly, I'm pretty fine with Super.
Yeah, I still need to pick up Super at some point. Just that I've got like 3 games on pre-order right now, and that's 2 more than I'm usually comfortable with. But
Jesus, I barely ever pre-order nowadays because
yeah, no,
money.
usually I don't either. But this year is an exception apparently.
Well, fair enough. There are a lot of good stuff coming out. But yeah, you definitely play the game for the story. But I will say that the gameplay honestly has taken a huge improvement from the past games. It
Yeah,
feels like you end up using a lot more of your resources than previous games. You end up using your partners a lot more. The dungeons are a lot more memorable. Though not to be mean to Explorers of Sky's dungeons, because those are great as well. I'm just saying that these really like hit me hard.
I'm surprised you say you say you use the partner more, because usually from my experience the partner is fucking dead weight.
Honestly, like he's got his moments still where he's like, oh, for fuck's sake. But you could do way more with him considering there's a form of like special attacks and different commands.
Oh, okay, that's good then.
It also helps that he's easily the best partner in the series story wise.
Oh, because I actually really quite like the Explorer's partner.
Well, the stuff they do with this one in terms of the plot is amazing.
Oh,
It's
God,
hard to explain without spoiling it because I really don't want to say much, but all the stuff that happens like in the second half is easily worth a purchase.
I mean, it was. Oh, I've always planned to pick it up, so I'll get around to it.
Good, good. Also, the music's fantastic. That's a nice little cherry on the top. So yeah, definitely go pick it up if you're interested in Mystery Dungeon, or if you've played Mystery Dungeon previously.
Anything else, or was that it?
Anything else? I played a couple stuff like on and off. In terms of finishing stuff, not really.
So not much to talk about there.
Not much to really talk about there, which I think is fine. Unless you want me to talk about how terrible Blackgate is.
What is Blackgate? As in,
The Metroidvania Batman Arkham game.
why did you even play that?
Okay, so like the thing with the reason I own the piece of shit is the fact that I bought Arkham Knight on PC. I pre-ordered that game, and then it turned out to be awful. So they had to publicly apologize by giving you the entire Arkham series on Steam for those who pre-ordered it.
Aren't
And the
most of
game
those
that was
ports
part of it was Blackgate.
aren't most of those other PC ports also like not very good, or?
What are you? Well, I played the Asylum one, and that was fantastic actually.
Huh.
I sped ran through that like just recently, finishing in like under 4 hours about, and that ran silky smooth. So I don't see why Arkham Knights is so shite. But
I
then
don't know.
again, I
That
guess
that
that's
whole
just Warner Brothers for you.
that the whole debacle is complete shit. Really.
Yeah.
Like, there's no excuse for it, especially after they took it off to quote unquote fix it, and then it wasn't actually fixed.
Yeah. I mean, it worked from what I played until I beat it, and then like when I got into the Batmobile, the game just went to 3 frames per second. I'm like, oh, I guess I should just stop now. But yeah, one of the games included was Blackgate Deluxe Edition.
Deluxe edition.
Deluxe Edition because originally it was a handheld game for the 3DS and the Vita.
The only thing that could qualify as the deluxe edition for that is it came with an apology letter.
I did not get that in the notepad.
Damn it.
But yeah, like I could only stomach an hour of that game. It hurts to play. Like everything is so ugly. And
It
the
just
fact that
seems
the combat is actually disgusting.
it just seems really fucking boring.
It is boring. The whole plot setup is just Asylum, but way worse.
Cool. So just play Asylum then.
So just go play Asylum, which you should. It still holds up.
I'd still say it's my favorite.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Night, I'd say it's my favorite.
I think I'd still prefer Asylum even if I played Night, because it's my time a little biased or weird. I don't really like the open world thing that like City and Night are going for.
Completely fair. But I think the Night does it way better than City.
Yeah, City, nothing stood out. It was such like a blank city with just a couple of locations there. It felt so meaningless to have that as an open world.
Yeah. That and the overall narrative, I think, didn't help much.
No, the narrative kind
The
of
more you
sucked.
like, the first time you go through, it's like, all right, that wasn't bad, and you think about it more, it's like, no, actually, that's kind of bad.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
But hey, that happens with a lot of things where you just need to think about it for a bit, and it's like, oh, wait a minute.
And then it all just starts collapsing in on itself.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we move on to stuff that happened recently?
In terms
As in within the last 4 weeks.
oh yeah, sure, we can do that.
Um, Before we go off on something that happened like 2 days ago, which everyone probably knows about, let's talk about something that happened a while ago, which we're probably really, really late for, but fuck it, the Nintendo Direct.
Oh dear.
It wasn't good.
I watched that on my own, because I was at my grand's at the time, so I didn't really have my mic. So I decided, you know what? Maybe this direct will be just all right. And you know what? I'm okay with just all right. It was not just all right.
It was kind of shit,
It was
actually.
kind of just bad.
Okay, let me just mention the 3 things I liked. First of all, Fate's got like a release date for Europe, which is good, except that only applies to Europe, so that's only 2 good things for the rest of the world then.
Take it with you.
The second thing, SST Cross Fire Emblem, or as it's now called, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. I still love the title.
Because it's just SMT backwards.
They actually kind of they still managed to incorporate SMT and Fire Emblem into the title. I
No, don't though.
love
You
it.
don't need to. You really don't.
But it's there now.
Yeah, Jack Frost is there at least.
That also got a release date, and that's like in June. So
Yeah,
that's
you're right,
actually
June. Wow.
that's sooner than expected.
Well, hope
That's
you
good
all have fun with that.
because people were like kind of worried that it wouldn't come over after the rather lackluster sales in Japan, but it is coming over, so that's good stuff for those interested anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
assume it's gonna sell better, maybe? I don't know, it's hard to say.
I think they at least have a better idea of who the audience is in Japan.
Yeah.
And the last thing, which we can both agree on, a new Kirby game.
Oh, wait, no, that wasn't the last thing. You were gonna talk about Paper Mario's death.
He was not buried with dignity. He was put through a fucking paper shredder.
I think he was pissed on as well.
I think so. I saw some
I
yellow
think
stains on him.
Miyamoto actually used him for toilet paper.
God, God, you want me to go on a rant about this or something? Because I can do that all fucking day. Holy shit, Color Splash looks awful. Awful.
I love all of the jokes behind it. I think my favorite joke was this one Vine that had like the footage going, and then someone has their scissors over Paper Mario and just cuts them in half, and it
Cuts
just
him in half.
zooms over to Shigeru Miyamoto's face.
Because Paper Mario is dead.
Yeah, Paper Mario really is dead though. The fact that they went back to the sticker star formula just shocks me.
You like Toads? No, you don't want those varied, like, kind of interesting, fun partners from, like, the first 2 games, or even some of the interesting characters from Super. No. You want Toads. Lots and lots of Toads. Not even very Toads. Just the
Yeah, I was gonna
regular,
say because
plain
even the
Toad.
previous games had varied toads. All of these are just the same generic toad.
And everyone is telling me, well, at least the game looks nice. The game looks awful.
Does it look nice?
The environments look so bad.
I mean, I'm not sure what the point they're going for. Maybe they're trying to make it look bleak at first, and if that's the case, good job. You made it look awful.
You made it look awful. Again, Thousand Year Door, a game that came out like 12 years ago at this point, looks way better.
It does,
It's way better
surprisingly.
environment design. What the fuck is this thing's excuse?
I don't know. Is it gonna be a physical or download game? Because it looks like a download game.
I think it's gonna be physical.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. They showed like a little Wii U box. It just had the logo. It didn't have any actual artwork, but
They couldn't be bothered.
it represents the game itself nicely, I'd say.
Add a bit of color here and a bit here. Okay, that's
Oh
it.
my god, and they're going back to the fucking overworld thing.
Yeah, where it's like a level selecting from Sticker Start.
Yeah, so like you can tell they're going for the sticker star route again, and it's like, why?
Well, critics really liked Sticker Star.
You know, they were wrong
I
though.
know they're wrong. I'm just saying. I'm
Oh my,
confused as to how like anyone could appreciate Sticker Star, especially with the previous Paper Mario games. Like, okay, I'm not the biggest fan of Super Paper Mario, but even that's way better.
it's barely even a game.
Well, you
You
don't
don't
even
do anything in sticker star.
exactly. There's nothing to gain. There's no experience. There's no reason to fight these enemies. You just kind of go along.
You're just taken along for the ride. It's such a soulless fucking experience.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know what the real fucking coup de grace was of that?
What
Because
would that be?
I watched the UK stream, so I didn't catch this, but then I went back to look at the American stream, and Bill Trinen called Paper Mario an action-adventure franchise.
Oh yeah. Oh god,
Like,
Bill Trinen.
how, like, that just says it all. How fucking lost Nintendo is on that series.
I'd argue Nintendo's lost on a lot of things as the
Yeah,
moment.
at the moment, yes. But that was just, it just,
A
everyone
new
was like,
entry
oh,
in the action adventure genre.
and everyone was like, oh, well, maybe we'll get a nice Paper Mario for the Wii U. And then we got it, and it's shit. Thanks for nothing.
What the fuck is action adventure genre even?
I don't know. I know I'm
How
kind
is
of coming
how
up.
is action adventure genre even a thing for video games?
That's only a term people use when they can't describe like what game
When
it
they can't
actually is.
actually put it in a genre, they just put it action adventure, you know?
And when like your own fucking developers can't even put into words what your game is, what are you doing? Like,
Huh.
I know I'm coming off as a salty fanboy, but more than anything, I'm just confused as fuck.
I'm so confused.
Like, why is this a thing?
Huh.
I really want to know. Because I don't see this being a positive decision for anyone.
Yeah. I think the problem with like Nintendo is they really didn't look at like fan feedback, and the majority of the things they looked at were the sales, which Sticker Stars did so well because everyone thought it was going to be a fun Paper Mario for the 3DS, and critic scores, which a lot of critics did actually like Sticker Star.
I think people only bought it because they thought it was going to be a proper Paper Mario again, but then it was even further removed than Super was from a proper Paper Mario.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. But yeah, no, it's actually worse than Super in that regard, which is weird considering it goes back to the RPG element in a way, but it's not really the same.
It's not an RPG. There are no stats.
There are no stats. There's nothing to gain.
In Sticker Star, you fling stickers. In this, I guess you fling cards or paint. I don't fucking know what they're going with here. It's just I'm really trying to not come off as too salty here, but it's just such a baffling move. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, not really much appeal for me in the direct. There was Star Fox, and I'm looking at least forward to that. Not the weird video game they have as a separate
But
game.
Star Fox Guard,
Yeah, the weird tower defense with Grippy.
as someone who's not invested at all in Star Fox, I don't see why that's a thing.
Grippy. Grippy. Like, fucking. I mean, it would be fine if it was like just a separate mini game in the game, but no, apparently it's a separate release, and I'm like, what? Who would buy that?
The only people who buy that are the people who are buying like the day one edition.
Which comes with it.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't see an audience for this.
Not in the slightest.
Speaking of baffling things, can we talk about how they like tried how they tried to defend Federation Force for like 10 minutes straight?
Oh my god, like, guys! You can't do it! He's like, okay, guys, this Metroid game is going to be a very important part of Metroid. I promise. Just buy it.
You know, I almost kind of feel bad for the guy because he seemed like he does actually care about
He
Federation
wants it
Force.
to succeed, but the problem is he released it at simply the wrong time. And the fact that he called it Metroid.
Yeah. And like you could say, well, Metroid fans are just being salty babies about this. Okay, let me put you in their mindset because I'm not a Metroid fan either, but I can sympathize.
I'm a Metroid fan, and I can sympathize because I feel the exact same fucking way.
The last Metroid game we they got before Federation Force was Other M, which you
Terrible.
not a lot of people liked. The one before that was in 2007, which was Prime Free Corruption.
Yes.
2007. It's now 2016. The last universally liked Metroid game is close to a decade away.
Already, God. Has it been that long?
Yeah. And when like Metroid fans are finally getting something, and it's this weird multiplayer pseudo
Shovelware
sequel,
looking first person
multi
shooter for the 3DS.
with just, like Metroid Prime Hunters kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's exactly like Prime Hunters actually, which is
except
weird
for
because like when it was first shown off, along with like Federation Ball, whatever it's called, everyone was
Blast
making
Ball.
the joke, "Hey, this kind of looks like Metroid. What if it was the new Metro?" Oh,
And the thing about Prime Hunters was that was during a time where Metroid games were still getting released.
yeah. It was like
So like,
whatever. We got the main console, like we got the sequel to Prime 2, Prime 3 for the new Nintendo console. Who gives a shit?
yeah,
They can
like
release Metroid Pinball and get away with it.
yeah, because it's just a nice side thing next to the main games. But they're the issue here is they seem to be trying to pass this off as a main thing, and no matter how you slice it, it's just not.
A game that takes place like after Fusion, I think they stated it as. I'm not sure if that's correct, so don't quote me, but if that is the case, that's awful.
Yeah, we finally you guys finally get another game after Fusion, a continuation of the Metroid storyline, and it's this.
It's this.
Now, look, I'm not saying the game is gonna be bad or anything. It could be a completely fine game, whatever. The point is they're releasing it at the wrong time, and them saying, oh, we got a bit of like negative feedback to it, is them kind of just missing the point.
Was that the last thing in the direct? I'm trying to recall now. Because
The,
there's
the,
like the other releases, of
bro,
course, that I'm just don't care for at the moment. Like people are excited for Monster Hunter, of course.
yeah, I mean, I'm not a Monster Hunter guy, but hey, they're bringing it over to bring over the new Rhythm Heaven, which I'm kind of curious about because apparently it's just the best off of the previous games. So
Yeah,
that's
so there are releases for people here. So the direct itself wasn't horrible. It's just the fact that a majority of the big stuff they were showing off wasn't great.
but you know they finish it all strong with Kirby, I'd say.
Oh yeah, the new
That's a genuinely exciting
Kirby.
release. I'd say that was a strong way to end it because that's like again a genuinely exciting release.
Definitely. Like
He's in
it's
the
just
mech
triple
now.
deluxe with robots. Come on.
He's in the mech now. The Waddle Dee, the Waddle Dees drive cars.
They do drive
Like
cars and you destroy the cars.
like fucking Game of the Forever.
I like all the little mini games they're showing off. In fact, the one they particularly show off, like the 3D one, I think is the first time Kirby was ever really in 3D, despite like Air Ride being a thing.
Yeah, no, like like you actually move Kirby instead of Starship thing. And hey, if that somehow like manages to like gradually evolve into a full 3D Kirby platformer, that would be cool. At
That
least
would
for
be
like
cool. I
one.
would like to see that attempt.
Yeah,
The series already has a pretty good track record on its own, so like if they're gonna give it a shot, might as well.
yeah.
Maybe it's
So
for the best that they do it in a minigame form as like a practice.
a practice, see what people think. But yeah, we called it kind of bad before. There was good stuff there. Like it, I wouldn't say bad, more mediocre. It
Yeah,
was kind of just average.
especially compared to like previous directs.
Yeah,
Maybe that's just me expecting too much, but I would at least like to be pleasantly surprised. And the one pleasant surprise I did end up getting was Kirby.
I didn't really go in with any expectations because I just never do for directs now because I feel people overhype them.
Yeah,
So
I think people get a bit too excited. I mean, like I'm still like curious to see what they announce, but I'm not gonna get so. Oh my god, it's Nintendo Direct!
it's also because like before that was the Pokemon Direct, which was completely fucking underwhelming. So like,
Terrible.
yeah. Anything else that happened before we get to the big event, or
In terms of the Direct, not really. No.
well then, guess this is where the rest of the podcast is going.
Oh, like if it's gonna go to the one thing you're thinking of, let me talk about what I did right before that. Actually,
Okay,
I went to watch a movie,
what movie?
Batman versus Superman.
Okay, hang on. You go ahead. I'm gonna go get a drink.
That's right. You're gonna need it. Okay, so I went to watch Batman vs Superman, and it was a very terrible movie. He actually muted his mic. Wow, he's actually going to VRV because he just doesn't give a shit. But that's okay. I can understand that because it should be whatever. But no, I went into this movie expecting at least something to come out of it because it has Batman for God's sake. It'll at least be better than Man of Steel, right? But I was completely wrong. The fact that it actually turned out worse than Man of Steel in a lot of ways, like Batman acts completely out of character. Superman's boring Jesus floating about. Lex Luthor is the worst casting I've seen in a very long time. The movie is 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it's cut from 3 hours, which it just shouldn't be. I don't understand why it's that length in the slightest, but hey, I'm not Zack Snyder, who's the literal cancer for DC, but hey, it's successful in terms of sales, so I guess there's going to be Justice League sequels and such, even if I don't want any of them. But, oh, just terrible. Terrible movie. You should not watch it. I won't go too in depth because, yeah, the fact that, like, if I did go incredibly in depth, that I would be here for probably an hour. That might be a separate thing for my own channel on a video, so look forward to that possibly. Now I have to summon KM back real quick. I'm not sure if I need to do an intermission or not, but let's just pretend I need to do an intermission. Here we
No,
go.
you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'm glad you showed back up just in time. You
We're now
saved a
having
lot of
fucking.
people's ears.
We're now having fucking John Arbuckle or whatever fucking dance to loud ass metal music again.
You think that was going to be the intermission? You silly boy.
Oh no.
Don't worry, you saved everyone. I won't put it in.
Thank you. God.
But yeah, let's talk about something that we could both discuss, so that way you don't sit in silence.
Sit in silence. Just got a drink. I literally went back. Anyway, yeah. 2 days ago at this point,
Yeah, about.
there was a special event for a very special game at this particular point.
What the fuck is Final Fantasy 15 again?
I don't know. I'm so
Like,
confused.
okay, I understand this game's been in development for like a decade, and people talk about it on like a religious basis at points. I still don't know what this is, and I like Final Fantasy a lot.
The best way I can describe it is a really big open world Kingdom Hearts
Okay.
with cars that can also fly now, apparently.
Yeah, yeah, Batman.
Batman.
It is just the Batman car.
I'm so
The,
glad it is.
oh god. But yeah, there was that one event, the Uncovered was it called?
Uncovered Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah. At first I didn't watch the beginning of it because I didn't know it was going on, but then I read on Twitter like people's reactions to it, like they're all being the same. with their tweets, and I was like, you know what? I will watch this. Then I come into like this animation of Noctis taking lettuce off a burger, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was a big event where they had like a ton of reveals for Final Fantasy 15, and I'd actually like maybe okay, I might be a little biased here. I'd actually say most of these were pretty positive reveals.
In a way, you can argue, yeah.
Like, let's go over this. First of all, we're like they're kind of I wouldn't say they're doing like an expanded universe thing because none of this is like actual expanded universe. They're just kind of adding character details and stuff to this.
When you talk about its expanded universe to Final Fantasy 13, because it's still Final Fantasy 13 versus, right?
Kill me. But yeah, they're doing like a 5 episode prequel anime thing called Brotherhood of Final Fantasy 15. The first episode of that is out already, and I think you watched it as well, Ian.
I did actually like sit down and watch it. It was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be, and it was fine.
It was fine. I kind of liked it. It had some like fun character the dynamics. The battle at the end was alright. Had some cool scenes in there.
Yeah, I mean, I myself don't really know the plot of Final Fantasy 15 itself at the moment, like the general basis of it. But I did enjoy the four characters that they were showing, which I guess is the point of the whole series.
It is literally called Brotherhood, so
It's
yeah.
literally called fucking Brotherhood.
They're really hammering him in the bro theme, but hey, if they do it well, like I don't really care.
Oh yeah, it's not
The
supposed to
only
be anything like major. It's just 5 episodes.
the only thing I have with the anime is that some of the characters can look a bit off sometimes.
It does look weird. I will say that. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that really weird Madhouse like FF7 animation that was
Well, like
made.
Last Order FF7, that was the comparison I made.
Yeah, because that's what it looks like.
This isn't actually Madhouse, but this is like A1 Pictures.
Really, A1?
Yeah,
Huh. Okay, that's an odd
yes,
choice.
but they still look very similar to Last Order, which is I guess maybe they just got like a lot of the people from Last Order onto this. I haven't actually looked at the staff list, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it won't take much to be better than Last Order.
Yeah. I mean, hell, this fucking episode was already better than Last Order. Let's be real here.
Ugh, Last Order, please no.
Ugh.
But yeah,
But
speaking of like the FF7 comparisons, though, along with the anime, they're also releasing a fucking CG movie.
a CG movie with like, and the uh, because Advent Children had two directors, Nomura and someone else. That other guy is directing this movie. Which, hey, I mean, Advent Children. The writing was fucking garbage,
But it looks
but the
nice.
fights, yeah, looked nice. Fight choreography was pretty cool. So, you know, the director, that's fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm hoping it'll turn out fine. I'm mainly interested in it just for like the casting itself.
yeah, because they got like a bunch of like A-list fucking actors for that,
They got a
and they're not.
bunch of people from Game of Thrones. They got Breaking Bad here. It's like, come on, it's got to be good. Although I will admit, I'm not sure if it'll turn out the best because it didn't seem like the actors exactly cared about what they were doing.
Not really, but
It
like
felt a bit forced.
a bit, yeah. But I mean, hey, as long as the performances are good, and like, I think this will be better than F and Children, mainly on the fact that this is just kind of like expanding on a thing instead of being a really forced sequel.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Because this is still like within the main story itself, anyways. So
Yeah, this isn't like, fuck, the thing we made was popular. We capitalized on that.
if the plot of this movie is shit, then it's just a shitty plot point in the game.
Yeah.
Does it affect the sequels later? I'm wondering if FF15 sequels will happen. We'll have to wait 2 decades for those.
I wouldn't really know about that, but like yeah, they're doing like a full CGI. They're doing a bunch of stuff for 15. They really want to make this like a big thing.
God forbid it flops.
Oh my god. There are two ways this can go.
This could
Either it's
either
a
be the greatest game of the year or the biggest disappointment of the year.
this could either like really elevate Square or get them to the point where like they need to where they need to bring out something like KHP or the FF7 remake. And God forbid either of those fail, because then they're just dead.
Then they're dead because that's all where all the money's going in, honestly. Like as a person who could usually predict how like thing outcomes usually go, for this, I have no idea. I don't
Neither
know if
do
this
I.
game's gonna turn out well or not, because honestly, it could go either way.
Yeah. The scary thing here, with the amount of money and trust they're putting into this, there is no middle ground.
They got the balls to make their collector's edition nearly $300.
Man, as someone who was looking forward to for this game for like a decade, I looked at that special edition and I just went no.
Well,
I you
there's
there
nothing there to really warrant buying it.
That's the price I paid for my fucking PS4 to play this thing on.
I'm not spending that amount of money again.
God no. For what, a Play Arts Kai figure? Those things don't usually even look that good.
But now it's got a steelbook.
So does the deluxe edition.
But no, this steelbook is shinier. How can you tell?
You know, it's actually like kind of going off of new stuff and more personal opinion. It's so weird because this was like just like a side game. I just that just looked like Kingdom Hearts, and which I got really excited for.
But now
And
it's
now
been made to a fucking main series title.
the main series title, and probably one of the biggest ones too.
Yeah, considering all the hype they're trying to push for it, definitely.
So like,
It feels
as
like
someone
FF7 all over again.
who's been with this thing for the start, who's like had to wait fucking years for even just a trailer, seeing it get this treatment is like almost it's kind of surreal in a way.
I'm awaiting the point where like it's gonna pop up for trailers like right before movies, kind of like how Uncharted 4 is at the moment, and when FF15's like Noctis and such are gonna be on like Burger King meals.
Oh my god, could you fucking imagine? Jesus Christ.
They're going all out, and
And
they
this was just supposed to be like a side game to FF13.
but nope, they really want to make it like the big one. And I mean, like, I'd hope it turns out to be the big one. I only want to see success for a lot of stuff.
At the very least, I can say I have more faith in this than Final Fantasy's output besides 14 in the last 15 years.
About, yeah. I mean, hell, I was surprised 14 even turned out well. Like,
Considering
after 14.
after 14 1.0, yeah. Like,
Because,
yeah,
like, Realm Reborn, like, everyone is, like, drooling all over that, along with the, Heaven's Word, I think is the expansion name.
yeah, Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, because, like, I know people who are heavily into FF14. Like, when they started, they can't stop.
It's the one thing that's kind of keeping me from it, and
Yeah,
that and the
right? That's the only issue, is that I'm afraid that I can't stop.
same. And yeah, and then I just accumulate this massive backlog. I was like, oh god, what have I done?
What have I done? I am the
So
problem.
I am the problem. So yeah, let's see. In terms of 15 news, the new minigame was revealed, and it's fucking RPG pinball.
Yeah, right? Like, what? When they were mentioning stuff like Tetramaster and Triple Triad, I was like, are they gonna do another card game? Yes. And then it turns into be this pinball thing. I'm like, wait, what?
I don't mind. I like pinball. So this will
Yeah, I
probably
like
be the first.
pinball too. I'm interested, especially with all those stupid flashy effects going on. It looked like a bullet hell.
So like this will probably be the first time I get like into a minigame for a Final Fantasy game since like the Cold Saucer shit in 7. I know Triple Triad is supposed to be really good, but like honestly, I was so bored with 8 I couldn't be bothered.
Fair enough. I myself adore Triple Triad. And I enjoy Tetramaster, even though I think that's the one thing 8 does better than 9. The one thing. And
Well,
even
hey,
then, it means nothing.
even then, I'm pretty sure at least Triple Triad is also in 14. So,
It is. It's part of the Gold Saucer.
Cold Saucer, Christ, can't wait for this pinball thing to be added to that too.
It probably will be, too. I mean, it
Yeah,
would be a huge missed opportunity if it wasn't.
yeah, but yeah, you know, and you can actually like also like I don't know if you buy this or get this for free. I haven't really like I haven't really heard about that.
Off the
But
App Store?
yeah, off the App Store.
I think it's free. If it wasn't free, then that's stupid.
And that's something else I wanted to mention about all this extra shit. All of this is free. The anime,
And
even the
out right now.
and even the fucking like big CG movie. That CG movie, you can not only just stream, you can straight up fucking free download that.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising. I thought at least the movie would cost you a bit, but no.
It's all free, and you know what? I think that's cool. I think it's cool that they're just like giving out these free extra things that like add add a bit to the universe of the game.
Oh, it
The,
helps. It helps with advertising too. Because
yeah,
like, if you're still not sure on FF15 as a product, then you're not gonna buy this stuff. If it's free, then you might as well try it.
and
And
then
if you
maybe you
like
can
it,
get
then you'll end up being more invested with FF15 as it's actually going to get released.
like I can't vouch for the quality of most of these things, but the fact that they're even doing this, I think, is a really cool move.
Especially with like current Square.
Yeah,
Because they're really shitty with stuff like this.
yeah. I think they just took this a bit more seriously because of like all the shit around it.
Because of how big it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it felt like definitely the presentation, and like as scripted as it was, felt a lot more lively than anything they've ever done.
Oh man, I tweeted about this before, but holy shit, the contrast between that and the E3 presentation they had last year was staggering.
Although they still had to fuck up with the one lady, like talking
The,
French
like the
into the
like the one
microphone for a bit.
French lady just blaring over everything for no reason.
And that kind of woke me up. I'm like, wait, I'm sorry, what? And there's like three different voices in my head. I'm like, what's going on?
I thought like something else was playing on my phone for some reason, but no.
Who's playing French on my phone?
But another thing they released for free was another demo, the platinum demo for like this time you don't have to buy another game for it. You can just straight up download this.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. So the previous demo that like was available, do you have to buy Type Zero to play that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So this one you can
Al-
download from the store if you have a PS4.
yeah. Although there's no point in downloading that because like everything about the demo is basically irrelevant.
No. I meant the platinum demo.
Oh, the platinum demo. Yeah. No, that's just free off the PSN store.
Yeah. So you could download that if you got a PS4.
Yeah. And I did. So
What did you
I
think of
guess
it?
I thought it was pretty good. I really liked there were a couple of things I really liked about that. Like I fucking love how the game looks. It looks really good. Just the music. Well, it's Shimomura, so you know.
I like that battle theme if it does turn out to be the normal battle theme.
I think it is the normal battle theme because I think there was also the battle theme in the sky. So
Okay. Well, I do like that theme a lot.
yeah, the music is super nice. And basically, the demo has you go through three kind of like you're basically in the protagonist's dream when he was a kid. So you got three areas. You can actually kind of explore around a bit and find like uh collectibles.
Hmm. Okay.
So it kind of encourages minor exploration, which is good because you know, considering how fucking open FF15 is gonna be.
I like the last guardian animal they got.
Oh, Carbuncle is fucking adorable as shit.
That's what it just immediately reminded me of. Like, it looks like the last guardian animal.
Yeah, yeah. No, Carbuncle is fucking adorable, and if you play the demo, and this is what I think is also really cool, because playing the demo actually has a gameplay benefit. Because if you do, you get Carbuncle as a summon in the main game.
Oh, okay. So you
So
should play this demo then.
yeah, it encourages you to play the demo, which is content that isn't in the game.
Okay. I like the little toy squeaky hammer.
Oh, the squeaky hammer is great. Yeah. Also, the combat has been if you've played the Sky but not this, let me just say this: the combat has been completely fucking revamped and for the better.
Really? Okay.
Because before how it worked, like like you know about Noctis's like like floating weapons thing where you can summon multiple of them.
Yeah, how he just kind of casually lunges all the time.
Yeah. In the Sky there was assigned to different attacks. Like depending on the attack you do, you'd summon a different weapon, but that kind of just didn't make you feel like you were in control of things. It was like it was fun, but I ended up kind of just using the same two attacks over and over again and not really using my weapon variety. In this one, you can assign 4 weapons to the D-pad, like you can switch between them. So like you can do like an air combo, and then mid combo you can switch into like a squeaky hammer or something.
Okay, so it's kind of like on the fly switching, similar to a hack and slash.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, I'm down with
The
that.
the issue with the demo in this regard though is that they kind of made Noctis too limited here. So you don't it feels kind of stiff because you don't have a lot of weapon variety. Child Noctis can exactly do air combos. So it's like I can I can't even speak. I can already tell it's a big improvement over the Sky, but I can't exactly make good judgment on how the overall combat is going to be. If that makes sense.
I get you. Can't you transform into like regular Noctis in the demo though?
There is a fight with regular Noctis, but regular Noctis has like 2 starting weapons and 1 fire spell, so...
Oh, okay. Well, the only part I've seen of that is because like I saw a guy like transport himself up to the top of this tower and then he's just falling. He's just falling, and then he splats, and it's like, oh my god.
I haven't done that. I didn't know you could do that.
Well, apparently you can, and it's pretty ridiculous.
Jesus. Uh, but there was also it was mostly also kind of a tech demo because there was a lot of shit that's just like, oh, look at the shit that's going to be implemented into the final game.
Here's a big question. How well does it run, like the game itself?
It runs. I don't think I've really encountered any slowdown.
Okay. Is it like constant 30 or constant 60?
I'm very bad at recognizing that, admittedly, but I'm gonna say constant 30.
Okay.
Didn't exactly feel like 60, but I'm bad at making that kind of judgment. So,
All right. Fair enough.
but yeah, there was a lot of like showcasing of stuff because there was there was a part where you were like in a regular like living room, but you were really small, and there were all these like and there were like these buildings made out of like toy blocks that you could like topple over. So it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna have like destructible environments and shit. And you could press switches to like change the weather, change the day and night cycle. You could transform into like kind of
The
just
different
regular
animals, like that one weird giraffe antelope.
Yeah, I assume that you're not going to transform into that and into other things, but like, that's there to show, hey, we're going to have transformations and shit. So it was mostly just kind of a glorified tech demo, but like, if you're curious, I'd say it's worth a look, if only because, you get Carbuncle if you play it.
We're gonna be all Vincent with our transformations. But yeah, it helps that it's free, so not like it hurts. The only thing
Not
that you
like
would
it
have to do is
hurts.
just own a PS4,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're gonna buy FF15, chances are it's gonna be PS4 anyway.
as
So,
opposed to fucking Xbox One.
God, I still don't get that. Who the fuck's buying this on Xbox One? Like, did the Xbox 360 version of 13 sell well?
I can't comment on that. I haven't recently checked the VG charts for FF13 sales numbers. I mean, I can, like, while you're talking still.
Okay, well, there's only one thing I wanted to say. Jesus Christ, Tabata. I get it. Noctis has a dad. His dad owns a car. Stop it.
Stand by, Ivy. Stand
Stand by.
by, Ivy. Oh, that cover was so good, though.
It was a really good cover. It was better than the fucking thing. I don't know who the fuck sung that for 13.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know either, though. But I just checked. The 360 version of FF13 actually sold over 2 million units.
Okay, so I guess
That's
there's
way more than I thought.
merit to the Xbox One version. I guess it is for more sales, so fair enough.
Though
St-
everyone's gonna assume that the PS4 one's gonna sell well better, because like the thing with the PS3 version of FF13 is that sold over 5 million.
well, because majority of FF fans are at this point Sony gamers.
Yeah, I mean I don't see why they would be on 360, because not much is on that for FF fans.
Yeah.
Like you got the 13 series,
Ooh.
and you got the 13 series.
And you've got the Last Remnant.
Oh boy, I heard that was great.
Yeah, no, some real top class Square shit.
Heard it was really hard too.
I just heard it was awful.
That as well, of course. That's the big one. But
But
hey,
yeah,
we finally also have a release date, or at least we think we do.
September 30th,
2016.
2016. So, little than half a year away. Little less than half a year away.
If it stays that way.
If it's, I assume so.
Let's hope so.
This thing's development, as from what I can tell, been pretty fucking solid since like it turned into 15. So,
Thankfully, yeah.
in fact, the one I'd be worried about in terms of release dates is Persona 5.
I can wait if that's gonna be 2017.
I'm just saying, man. I don't think that's gonna be summer anymore. The last time we got anything about that was when they revealed it was delayed into summer, and we're now into spring. So I wouldn't a whole lot of hope for that being a summer release.
Well, I mean, I don't think it really matters in the end if that's the case, because I know P5 will turn out great, so I can wait.
Yeah, me too. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Besides, you got a bunch of RPG releases this year for those who are like need that craving.
Yeah,
And
yeah. This year,
When P5 does come out, that's all that's gonna be talked about.
yeah. Actually, I think the reason why this is September is I think it could have been sooner, but apparently Japanese fans were because they had a survey like if we release FF15 close to P5 release, which one would you play first? And I think the Japanese audience voted in favor of P5.
They know what's up.
Apparently so.
But yeah, look forward to that when it gets released.
Yeah, at least we at least we got more of an idea of what that's going to be like than 15.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all we really have to say. At least I could think of, anyways.
Yeah, same. We've talked for like almost half an hour actually
Yeah.
about 15.
But
So
do you have questions at all? Did we get any questions?
I fucking forgot to ask for questions. Shit. Let me check.
Oh, we're so good at this.
We're so good at this. Return to main page. Oh god.
In the meantime, while he looks for questions, intermission.
No, 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 no. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Don't do this to me.
I'm gonna have John Arbuckle fade in real quick.
No, 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 no. I failed you all.
Hurry, he's materializing.
And the two questions we got are joke questions. Good. Fucking.
I think I know who they're from too.
First question. Do you like blank? What do you think of blank, Ian?
Well, I am a fan of the character Blank. Blank has a very interesting personality. I think Blank can be considered very what's the word? Blank?
Yeah.
What do you think of Blank?
Yeah, it's good.
Kind of sums up how you feel, right?
Yeah, it's
Kind
good.
of void of nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the other joke question?
On the on the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being pretty good, 10 being the only thing you'd watch, how would you guys rate Sword Art Online and why?
Okay, yeah, I know exactly who answered that question. And on a scale of 1
Thanks,
to 10...
Tom.
Yeah, you know exactly. On a scale of 1 to 10, I choose E, which is none of the above.
But why, Ian?
What fucking Sword Art Online? Are you questioning why I don't want to watch Sword Art Online?
No, I actually kind of.
I'm surprised you didn't add to that question. How would you watch Sword Art Online's second half? Because, okay, the first half is shit. It's terrible. But my god.
No. The second half turned a shit show into an unwatchable one.
An unwatchable one. An actually unwatchable one. And apparently SAO 2 isn't even better.
I
Like, the villain's name is Death Gun, for God's sake.
apparently they spoil who he is in like the opening.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Good.
man, I watched the first episode of SCO2 as a joke, and the entire episode was just a giant exposition scene.
Oh yeah, I want SAO to start talking to me.
It wasn't even interesting. You could literally sum it up with Def Gun's killing people because you know the name Def Gun doesn't give that away.
Death Gun! Like, what? How edgy of an MMO name is this?
I am the lone warrior who needs
Death
no
Gun.
guild, who needs no friends. I am Def Gun.
Starts playing I Am All of Me down his microphone.
No, yeah, he blasts it on the speaker and it just puts his microphone really close to it.
He is that, like, COD player who just plays music down his speakers, and everyone is like, please stop.
It's called like Linkin Park, fucking Rage Against the Machine or something. I don't know.
Rage Against the Machine.
Is that what they're called?
Rage Against the Machine, yeah.
Okay, I got it
Bulls
right.
on Parade, man, come on. Get your music right.
I'm sorry.
Listen to some Tom Morello.
No.
What?
No.
You don't want to listen to Tom Morello?
No.
Bulls on Parade, come on.
No. I think we're done with this question.
Oh.
Unless you want to start answering Ask Question of the Day, I think we're done here.
What's the ask question of the day? Let's do it.
What's the best April Fool's Day prank you've ever witnessed?
Jeff!
Yeah, actually, Jeff's.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, our good friend Jeff, in his dark age, released a video of him ranting about video games and how the current modern age of video games is terrible. And for the longest time, we were like, when are you gonna make a sequel, Jeff? And he was all like, you know what? Just you wait. And I'm like, excuse me? And then, today on this recording, April 1st, he released a sequel, unlisted, because he's too scared to actually upload it. He says it's YouTube, but I don't believe him. I think he's lying. But that caught us all off guard.
The worst part is that he gave it like a proper intro. He actually it's actually like the most well edited thing he's put out, and he did the fucking quiet voice again. He did a where's the fair use joke? He used a Shutterstack image.
I think the Shutterstock image zooming in with him laughing was my favorite part.
He did a fucking stupid ass voice for it.
Oh, never change, Jeff. You'll be on for the next episode, don't worry.
Where we're gonna talk about stuff.
Yeah, stuff. Don't worry, I won't spoil that part.
Thank you. Fucking hell, thank you.
Oh my god. But yeah, I'd say that's about all we have to say. So hopefully in the next month, we'll record our first episode 5.
With a guest. Our first guest. Ooh. Exciting stuff.
So yeah, get hyped for all of those who are still here watching.
All 5 of you. No, wait, don't leave. No, there's 4.
Oh, now there's 3.
You just keep leaving. Help! Let's end this before everyone's gone.
Well, Cam, I wanted to tell you something before we ended this.
What?
I wasn't recording the entire time, April Fools.
You're fucking joking.
No, I wasn't recording, I'm sorry. We had to start over. We'll see you guys for episode 5. Bye!